So this is going to be a little bit of a longer video. I'll timestamp it the best I can, and you can watch whatever you feel is interesting to you. So I had an idea after yesterday when I switched to because I got frustrated with being screened and getting no animation on shots that I should have saved, even though I had 96 96 vision, right? Um, so I was like, this is stupid. So what I did was I went to stand up. I did 6'4". It didn't look quite like this, but if you've seen my other video, it was similar. And my thought process was, okay, let's put gold X-ray on because then I won't be screened, or at least I will get an animation, right? And it worked out really well. The first game after my switch, I had a shutout, and then the game after that was a little bit. We lost in overtime, I believe, but it was really close. And yeah, um, so I had an idea. What if you can make a stand-up build all round? Because the problem with stand up, if you read the description, stand up goalies are excellent at stopping high shots while in standing position. They're good at tracking the puck through screens, but are weak against low shots. Don't expect them to have good rebound control or quick recovery. Now, the recovery part you can actually fix. Good rebound control is impossible, pretty much, in my opinion, to get with stand up. So we're not going to even bother with that. But recovery we can actually fix to where it's decent, right? 6'3", 6'4" is where the game wants you to be. I'm gonna try to get used to 6'3" because then we get 94 speed, 92 agility, which is the exact same numbers as I have on my hybrid build, right? The argument for hybrid is usually, oh, it's so much quicker, blah blah. Okay, um, but if I could get the same numbers that I'm using with hybrid, then it's not an issue, right? So for me, obviously, this is for me personally. If you are using 96 speed, 96 agility, this might not work for you. But for me, I'm using 94, 92 with hybrid, and I had great success before the little bit of a slump yesterday. And I thought, okay, 6'3" means I can get the same numbers, right? Um, sure, it's lower durability, lower endurance, but you know, you win some, you lose some, right? Um, the upside of stand up is not only do you get X-ray vision, you can have the same amount of vision as you would max out um, on hybrid. You don't really need breakaway in sixes, honestly. It doesn't make too much of a difference. You just need to read the play. If your team is giving up breakaway after breakaway after breakaway, it's their fault, not yours. Um, and for angles, 92 well, 91 instead of 92, but does it really matter? I don't know. The important part here is we can get 90 recover, right? Um, and that is the exact same as what I was using on hybrid as well. And we will go into free skate later, you'll see how quick my goalie gets back up after saving a puck, right? So the idea here is to create a hybrid goalie type thing, but with stand up, because X-ray and having glove high and stick high a little bit higher is so important. Uh, Virtual hockey is not so much alike real life hockey, right? Real life hockey. If you watch, let's say, Hockey Psychology or other great YouTube channels, you've seen the tendency is to shoot low, right? But in the game, everyone wants to shoot high. Everyone wants to snipe that glove. Everyone wants to snipe that blocker side, right? So having that extra boost in reaction speed on the glove high and stick high is important, right? And it makes a whole lot of sense. And so, how do you compensate? Because I know there is some caveat to this. I know some people like to cut in just in front of the net and snipe low glove and just over the pad and stuff. So, how do you compensate for the lower number here, right? So, first of all, 86 is still good. You can see here once you go into 20, that's when you're having problems, right? So 86 is still good. 87 is good 5-hole. X-ray boost 5-hole. Butterfly effect boost 5-hole. So this is all about boosting low shots as much as possible. And then you have no timer, which boosts speed and agility on any one timers. Any one timers. That includes wrist shots, not just the actual one tees. It includes cross creases where they one tap it. You know what I mean? So that is a very good. And I will explain how I've learned to manipulate movement to not be reliant on post to post. I don't like post to post in silver. I really don't. So um, instead, what I do is I speed boost. I have a third party elite controller, so I have two buttons on the back of my controller, um, and one of them is bound to L3, which means I can just hold the button on the back side with my ring finger or middle finger, and I will have speed boost. Now, what I do is I speed boost across, holding the button and moving left stick. That way, I don't butterfly slide at all with my right stick. Instead, I always use instinct aim. That's why we boost angles. I hold so in a scenario where they are close into my goal, I would be holding both triggers. I would be holding the extra button on the back of the controller to do speed boost, and I would be controlling the instinct with my right stick and the movement with my left stick. So it's a lot to control at the same time, but when you master it, that's how you're going to compensate for the low attributes here in the low category. Um, and obviously, 6'3", 6'4", it's personal preference. I put it down 6'3" to get the extra +1 there to get the same number. It is going to be a challenge for me to get used to 6'3" because I'm so used to the reach of 6'5". But I think having the speed boost means I can get across, and then reach isn't as important. That's what I'm thinking anyway. I'm gonna test this out the next chance I get in clubs, because drop in is a little bit iffy. Like the quality is very up and down. It's very spotty, let's say. You can't really test much in drop in for like you can initially test some things in drop in, but then you want to test in clubs just to see how it actually plays in a more competitive environment there. And then the ultimate test is obviously ECO. But yeah, this is my idea for a all around stand up build, catering to how the game is played in the virtual hockey world, right? So if you're not using angles, just drop this down. You can get breakaway up to 90, or you could do. I mean, you can only get 83, so you're still gonna be like, yeah. Or you could be like, I want 97 and I want 91, and then the rest, just put that in angles, or put it in breakaway, or heck, you put it in rebound control. But for me, angles, I use it a lot, and it served me well. You can see that on the stream highlight reels that I've made recently. Angles and instinct aim lights up a lot for me, and it helps me to make saves that I probably wouldn't be able to save otherwise. So, and angles basically gives a boost applied to saves when I'm using instinct aim. So, but I think 91, 92 is the sweet spot. You don't want to put in too much. It's that classic thing where you put too many eggs in one basket. You don't want to do that. Because you still have to guess which direction. So if you guess wrong, sure, there's no penalty. But if you put too many points in angles, let's say I put less in vision and max out, angles, that's not going to help me in the long run, right? So I feel like I have a pretty nice balance here. And if you want to try it with me and let me know how you feel about it, you can. And I'm open to suggestions, and you can use this if you like some things but you want to tweak it, use it as a base, go ahead. I do think stand-up goalie is a great alternative to hybrid. Hybrid is the meta, obviously, because a lot of pro goalies use hybrid, but I feel like stand-up could be. It's a little bit more finicky to get a nice balance, but I feel like it could be a nice alternative for sure. So let's go into free skate. I need to be positioned correctly. He didn't shoot there. Yeah, so you want to think of the right trigger as your it's like a Wild West draw of pistols, right? You need to draw before they shoot. If you're late, then you're not gonna make a save probably, or you might make a save, or you might be out of position like I was there. So let's see. There, Nate went down in the butterfly. He made a move. I followed him to the left. There we go. Obviously, this build is meant to be used in a sixes environment. You're not going to face that many breakaways in this kind of environment. Nice glove save there, even though I didn't catch it. Yeah, so you kind of have to time your. I'm still getting used to it here, as you can see, but you kind of have to time when you go down in butterfly, because it's not going to help you the same way as on the hybrid. On the hybrid, you basically just let them shoot at you, and it auto butterflies for you with butterfly effect, right? So this is why it's a little bit more difficult, but once you master it, I think this leaves a little bit more skill. Like if you can master the timing of it, like see, like that. If you can master the timing of it, I think this build has a higher skill ceiling. I do. But it's more up to you to learn when to go down in butterfly and when to stay standing, right? I do have to remember the slightly smaller frame. I think that's the problem right now. Is 6'3" is not what I've been used to, so slightly smaller frame is why the AI keeps sniping me sometimes. And he shot me straight through the 5-hole because I forgot to go down a butterfly. Oh my god. Okay, yeah, I didn't mean to slide there. But yeah, see if you can master the timing of going down into butterfly and positioning too. I feel like 6'4" is probably easier, but it has nice recovery, as you can see. It has good reactions. You just have to master when to go down in butterfly to cover off the low shots. Once you're in butterfly, X-ray will help you with the glove and blocker saves. Oh, nice! Got a desperation save there. Take the time to practice it in free skate, and then play drop in and practice that right trigger or R2, and see if you can master it. I think this build could be very good. I think I'm gonna go back to 6'4" at first and get comfortable. Once I'm comfortable with 6'4", I'm gonna drop it down to 6'3". But yeah, either way works. So, let me know how it goes in the comments. And oh yeah, stance is 29. Just gonna let you know that right now. Stance is 29. All right. See you guys in the next one. Bye for now.